What's up everyone? I got a brand new video and I'm giving you my best 7 rose fragrances for the fall. So stay tuned. This is exciting. Welcome back everyone to my channel. My name is Scented Paradise and I thought it would be a really great idea to talk about these beautiful rose fragrances. Some are masculine leaning, some are unisex, and one is 50-50, meaning it opens slightly feminine, but in the dry down, it's slightly masculine. But we'll get to that one later in the video. First one I'm going to talk about, I spent a little bit of time with it, and it's a budget-friendly fragrance from Lattafa. We got Art of Wood. Now this stuff is really pleasing, very wearable. And if you're a fan of Parfums de Marly Perseus, well, this one is slightly similar, but this one stays its own direction. It goes a different way. Now, Art of Wood has a vibrant citrus notes, a spicy and earthy woody warm undertone. Overall, it's fresh, woody, elegant, sexy, and suitable for a wide range of occasions. It's great for day and nighttime wear as well, and great for the fall, which it happens to be my favorite season. Now the opening is quite zesty and invigorating with grapefruit, bergamot, and a hint of pink pepper. Now, the dry down is quite appealing with a grounding base of vanilla, vetiver, oak moss, and this combination here gives the scent a sensual, lasting finish with this woodsy, slightly sweet and earthy characteristics. It has impressive sillage and lasting finish. Now, my next pick is from one of my favorite niche houses, and I think some of you guys may appreciate it, and I also think it got slept on, and it deserves a little more appreciation and recognition. Now this is from the house of Vertus. Here we got Oriental Rose. Now this one is a nice, rich, warm, and spicy woody floral scent. It offers a complex blend that balances the traditional elegance of rose with exotic and oriental notes that is quite deep. It's known for its depth and often reviewed as a humid or poisonous scent because of its oriental floral blend that is both strong and quite well balanced and prominent. And I could kind of pick up that, excuse me, sorry about that guys, I caught my cat playing with something he shouldn't be playing. He was trying to get into the drop ceiling, which is a no-no. He tends to do that. He tends to get into a little bit of silliness, and I had to pause my video and attend to that. Now back to this beautiful fragrance, Oriental Rose by Vertus. What I like about it, it's very powdery, persistent with this nice musky base, while it features these prominent floral notes and this strong woody and spicy base, which makes it entirely suitable for men, and it's often leaning more masculine for some wearers and for some people. Now, some women may actually like this, and I think it's also great for women as well. Now, the opening is quite bright, zesty, and invigorating with a spicy aromatic blend of saffron, cardamom, olibanum, lavender, and lemon. Now, the lemon here is kind of subtle, and the lavender is really, really nice, and the olibanum is pretty good. It's a really nice opening. It's very pleasant. Now, what I really pick up here the most is this spicy aromatic blend of saffron, the cardamom, and the olibanum. You do pick up subtle lavender with that lemon, which adds just the right amount of sweetness. Now, the heart features the key note of this fragrance, which is a rich, velvety rose absolute with a complex blend of iris, violet, heliotrope, cloves, guaiac wood, and patchouli. It does have a touch of smokiness to it, but it's quite subtle, not as really, smoky. Now the dry down settles into a strong base of sandalwood, cedar, vetiver, vanilla, amber, and musk, which provides this everlasting warmth and sensuality. This is suitable for those who appreciate a bold, intricate scent. Now, with that being said, I've spent some time with that one. I've worn it during the day. It's great for many occasions. However, I think it truly performs the best during cooler months, and it's quite cold by me. And that's probably going to be my scent of the day tomorrow because lately I've been craving rose fragrances. My next option here is another one from Vertus. Here we got Oud Noir. Now this is a very interesting scent profile, and there's a lot of elements going on with this one. This is a woody, spicy scent with a prominent leather and amber undertone. Now, mind you, the leather to me is kind of subtle, not very strong or rugged. It's kind of like soft leather. Think of a soft, brand new soft leather couch that you're breaking in, or a lazy boy recliner where it's very soft, not very strong. However, what I really do pick up here is this beautiful potent rose, at least for me, on my skin. It really brings it out. It's quite smooth and sexy. This is a sophisticated, mysterious, and powerful fragrance suitable for men and women. Though its depth is quite perceived to lean more masculine, but I do see some views there, and some women actually can pull this off. It's really beautiful. Now, with that being said, this fragrance is has a commanding presence. And what I mean by that, it's blending rich, dark elements. The overall smell is quite complex. Interplay of exotic woods, warm spices, and that subtle, sensual leather. And it has a touch of musk in the base. And it's also a beautiful, elegant, charismatic fragrance, perfect for the evening and cooler seasons. Now, the opening here is quite bright, spicy, with coriander, saffron, rhubarb, and a hint of orange. But I think I also pick up a little bit of lemon as well. Now, the heart introduces a rich, woody element of agar wood, cashmere wood, leather, sandalwood, and prominent rose. In fact, it's been a minute since I sprayed this one. It's really, really nice. Now this one is definitely more mature. It's not for the faint of heart, and this is not for everyone either. Now I feel like the oud, the leather, not so much the leather, but the sandalwood, the oud and cashmere wood blend here is what's pushing this rose out, and some of the other notes in the heart as well, because on my skin, I really pick up the rose, and this is such a beautiful formal scent, special occasions. It's great for the fall and winter, and it makes a nice evening wear fragrance. Now, my next fragrance topic here, should I say my next fragrance pick, is from Mancera. And so you guys know, this one is a screw cap. And it's got the original atomizer. It's not pressurized. Now, we have Royal Vanilla here. Now, keep in mind, this one is an interesting fragrance. And I consider it to be a romantic gourmand bouquet fragrance with a crisp opening and slightly tart mix of citrus, rose water, which you do pick it up. It's kind of watery. And you got pink rhubarb, which gives you that tartness there. And it also creates a bright, fresh, and slightly sweet introduction. And this is another one that got slept on. Sadly, this one also deserves a little more recognition and appreciation. It's very strong. It performs very well. Now, here's where it really gets interesting with the heart. Now, the heart is where things become quite sexy, and it's kind of sultry as well. Now, you guys and girls are probably thinking, how is this a rose fragrance? Well, this is what I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to share my experience with this fragrance. Now, I believe the caramel, the violet, and the orange blossom helps create this creamy floral sweetness that balances the initial brightness. Now, the dry down here, you got, Madagascar vanilla, white musk, amber, and patchouli leaves. And I think that is what pushes out the rose petals in the heart. Now, this fragrance does come off velvety, buttery, honey-like scent. It has strong sillage and longevity. Now, it leans sweet and gourmand, but with the earthy base, it prevents it from being overly feminine. It's perfect for cooler months and evening wear as well. And what I like about Pierre Montel, and especially the Mancera line, this is a beginner's niche line where a lot of their fragrances are quite affordable all over on a lot of online discounters. This one roughly goes for about maybe, I think at the time, I got it for $60, and I'm a huge fan of this one. Now, not everybody is going to get this prominent rose note here like I do, but I still like to recommend it because with the rose water and the rose petals, it's slightly prominent, and you do pick it up throughout the scent profile. It's a beautiful fragrance, guys, and it deserves some love and appreciation. And I definitely would recommend this to some of my subscribers. It's definitely worth checking out. All right, I'm going to move on to another one from another amazing house that does such an amazing job with his fragrances. And you guys will probably thinking, is it Louis Vuitton? Maybe. Well, close, but I'm going with Zaharoff Rosé. Now, I got this one this year, probably a few months ago, and I'm a huge fan of this one. Now, this one is a woody rose fragrance that is quite versatile and unisex, and it's perfect for any season and any occasion. Now, this is a modern, elegant take on a rose scent. It blends fresh, floral notes with a warm, sophisticated, and distinct woody base. And it does move away from your typical average heavy traditional floral profiles to something more grounded and earthy. Now, this is what I like about this fragrance. Zaharoff Rosé, the scent itself is built around the idea of a woody, dry rose, balancing the floral sweetness with a robust and grounding base. Now, the opening is quite fresh, green, and slightly zesty with pink pepper, pear, ambrette seed, and bergamot. Now, the heart focuses on the central rose note, enhanced by incense patchouli, which happens to be Zaharoff's signature sandalwood accord. Now, the rose note here is quite deep, rich, and earthy, and I also pick up some saffron as well. Now, the dry down is where it gets really beautiful and sexy. It offers a warm, creamy, and long-lasting finish with sandalwood, oud, cashmere wood, white musk, frankincense, which all of these notes gives it a nice smoky backdrop. Now, this is great for men and women, and I think this one really will shine the best and perform the best in cooler weather and in the fall and winter evenings. You can wear it during the spring, summer, and fall as well. And that's what I like about versatile fragrance, that makes a nice year-round masculine rose scent. Now, my next pick here is another Zaharoff fragrance, and we got Black Rose Halfeti. Gotta appreciate the art in the plate here. And from what I know, this is hand painted. Look at the color of this juice, guys. Now, I've had this fragrance for well over probably a couple of years, so it definitely matured and aged a little more, and it is beast mode. But it's pleasing, inviting, sexy, sultry. It's great for men and women, although I gotta say it does lean a little more masculine. I love the smoky dry down, and it has that churchy incense vibe to it. Now, this is quite bold, sophisticated, and dark resinous Oriental rose fragrance. It blends fresh, spicy top notes with a heart of black and Turkish rose, which it's famous for. And that's one of the key characteristics of Black Rose Halfeti, is with that black rose, which is found in Turkey. And then it settles into a deep, woody, and smoky base of oud and frankincense. Now, this fragrance is something you could consider luxurious, mysterious, that captures the essence of that rare black rose, which is only found in Turkey. And I had to mention that again. It evolves significantly from the opening and into the dry down. Now, the opening here is quite sharp, spicy, a blend of black pepper, basil, and bergamot, which gives an immediate kick. And the basil and bergamot here adds an aromatic freshness. Now, the heart unfolds into this rich, sexy floral and woody combination of Turkish rose, black rose, cedarwood, amber, musk, and frankincense, or not frankincense, but tonka bean. I forgot there's tonka bean in this, which gives it that creamy, velvety, soft, warm texture that balances the spices and resins. Now, keep in mind, the dry down is also here. You got vetiver, frankincense, cypriol, oud, labdanum, which adds that smoky, mysterious, and distinct woody character for a smooth, long-lasting finish. And it's been a while since I smelled this one. For some reason, this one gives me like a tranquil effect. Such a beautiful fragrance, and in my opinion, it's a masterpiece. And I know it's quite popular among frag heads and fragrance connoisseurs like me. And a lot of people praise this one, and it makes a beautiful fall and winter fragrance, especially in the fall. All right, last but not least, I'm going to get to my last fragrance here. And this is one of my newest fragrances, and I've recently been spending some time with it, and I think you guys will appreciate it. Now, this fragrance pick here is from Louis Vuitton. I got it this year, and I know it's a newer one. And here we got Elves by Louis Vuitton. Now, Elves is a complex Oriental fragrance that is known for blending fresh fruity top notes with a rich rose heart and a warm, creamy, ambery base. Now, it is known as a hot-cold experience with a balancing, invigorating spices, fresh florals with a deep, sensual amber and woods elements. Now, it opens with a bright, spicy blend of peach, blackcurrant, ginger, and cinnamon. Now, the opening here with that peach, in fact, you know what? I'm going to spray it. Now, in the opening and in the air, you get this really nice, bright, spicy blend of this peach and blackcurrant with that ginger and cinnamon. But what you're also getting as well in the background as it opens up, you're going to pick up this heart that features a sophisticated floral composition, which is featuring two different types of rose facets. Or should I say two different varieties of rose. You got Bulgarian and Rose centifolia. Also, you got Lily of the Valley, Violet, and Coconut Milk. So it does get slightly lactonic and kind of powdery from the coconut milk, which I really find interesting. However, I also find something very interesting as well. The Lily of the Valley here is quite natural, more on the natural side. And I'm guessing they used a different extraction process. Now, the dry down here is quite long-lasting, grounding with a prominent notes of ambroxan, patchouli, and white musk. Now, Elves is a modern and versatile fragrance. It's perfectly unisex, and it works for many occasions, and definitely it makes a nice all-year-round fragrance as well, which is also amazing to have in your collection. And I'm happy to have this one in my collection. And I tend to layer this actually with this one. Just to throw that out there, this is my all-time favorite layering combo when it comes to rose. And man, does it smell good. Not to get off topic, I figure I would throw it out there. So, my final thoughts on all 77 of these beautiful rose fragrances. I think out of them all, there's a couple that are a few of them are definitely unisex. I think a lot of people can definitely pull it off, men and women, on each and every one of these, except for Black Rose Halfeti. That one definitely leans more masculine. And Vertus Oriental Rose, I think that one leans a little more masculine. Other than that, all the other recommendations that I'm giving you guys are perfectly unisex, and even though some of them could be pricey and expensive. I think you guys should definitely experience it, at least pick up some decants where you're not spending crazy money, because this one I feel like is getting slept on, and it really does deserve more appreciation and recognition. And this was my 4th Louis Vuitton fragrance, and I'm happy to have this one. And I thought I would throw this out there for any of you guys who do spray your clothes. And if you do own Louis Vuitton Elves, be careful, because it might take a 3 to 4 washes for this to get out of your shirts, because it stays. It took me, I think, 4 washes to finally get that scent out of my shirt. And that just shows you it's quite strong, especially on skin as well, at least for me. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in. Make sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to more of my seasonal picks. Stay safe, God bless, and smell your best. Peace out.